Agent Tech Mastery teaches agents and brokers how to save tons of time and how to get more repeat and referral business. This training answers one question. How can agents fix messed up systems and build a streamlined business that saves you tens of hours a week in lost productivity and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars or more in missed income and lost deals? If you want to know the answer, you're in the right place. This information is 100% free, so like, subscribe, share, comment, and tell your agent pals. Hey!
Hi!
We are live again. We're doing this interview series with some amazing agents. And we have Krista with us today. It's really exciting. How are you, Krista?
I am doing great. Trying to keep up with this freaking market.
Isn't it crazy?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's all good.
Who would have ever predicted the craziness of the market? Really?
I know. COVID,
Yeah, COVID. Yeah, which is awesome because people can live anywhere. And now are you not finding like people are moving to the Okanagan? Krista, actually tell people, because there's people all over eventually listening and watching this. So you are from?
I am here in beautiful Kelowna. Spring has sprung, and well, it's like our spring market started 2 months ago. It's just been full on, and as you were alluding to, Darcy, everybody is moving to the Okanagan. Everybody. Worldwide are coming.
Yeah, because it is beautiful. If you're watching this and you don't know anything about the Okanagan Valley, Google it. You'll see why everyone wants to live here. Right?
Yeah, we got it going on.
Yeah, we do. And we just happen to be in the same city. But we do this interview series. I have a program called Agent Tech Mastery, and it is really for any agent across North America. And it really is about improving systems, streamlining your business, and to get repeat and referral business as well. And Krista also was one of our graduates from a while ago. How long ago was that now? Do you remember?
Oh, like almost the fall, right?
Could be, hey? Yeah, could be the fall. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what prompted you initially to even come into the program to get your system streamlined.
Well, listening to you.
Oh, where did you see me?
Pardon?
Where did you see me?
Well, you'd come into our office. Right? I mean, she's a Kelowna girl now. Darcy's a Kelowna girl now. So I've been lucky enough that Remax Kelowna brings her in on a regular basis, and basically just you were reminding me of what I've known for almost 16 years. I'm in my 16th year here in Kelowna in real estate. And I work on my own. I don't have an assistant. I do it all. From putting up sign toppers to sold signs. And reminding me on a regular basis of what I already knew. And that was to get my you know what together.
And you know what together.
Systems, the S word.
That's what I want to say. I'm going to say, you guys get your you know what together.
So I've just always been inspired by you and your energy and your knowledge and your tech savviness, because I try really hard, but I just, I've got a lot to learn. And so a really good friend of mine and another agent, Lorraine McGregor, was, we were just kind of having a glass of wine one night, and I mentioned, she was kind of complaining about her situation too. And I said, well, call Darcy.
Yeah.
So Lorraine got you going on the system, and then she started coming back to me with all of her successes. All I needed.
That's right.
1-800.
1-800. Call Darcy. I should get that phone number. Call Saul, call Darcy. Yeah, I remember when again, it was a while ago, but I'm trying to remember. You were Apple, I think, and Windows computer, and then you're Windows, right?
No, I'm all Apple.
Oh, you're all Mac. Okay. So one of the issues that we find with Mac users, whether you're iPhone, iPad, and a Windows computer, or you're all Mac, is that Apple kind of takes over for people. And most of the times people don't understand why it is. And I know you had the same problem. So one of the issues is that you update your contacts on your phone or your iPad, and then you go into your email account, which is generally not your iCloud account, and none of your stuff's there.
Yeah.
And then there's also other email accounts. I think you had some other email accounts. Did you have other ones back then too?
I had my Shaw.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Shaw. Horrible.
Yes. So unprofessional. Every time I see somebody, especially another agent, emailing me with their Shaw account, I just want to respond back to them.
Could you just send them my way and say, please just go to this website and watch the webinar?
Totally.
You guys, let me tell you. So Krista, now I remember what we did with you as well. So it was Apple, Shaw. Here's the thing, you guys, anyone who is using an internet service provider as their email, you are doing a disservice to your business, because Shaw in particular is really bad. That's for people who are listening. It's, I think is it all of Canada? I know it's Western Canada for sure, but a lot of people use Bell and some other ones in Eastern Canada. But you are tied to that internet service provider if you're using their email. And the issue with that is that partly is that when you're using Shaw on your phone and you're using it on your computer and wherever else, nothing's talking to each other because they're on old ways of email communications. And so Krista was a couple things. One is some of your stuff was saved in iCloud. Some of your stuff was saved locally. Some of it was just on your phone. Some of it was in Shaw. So what we did with Krista is got everything streamlined into her business email address. So now when you send out people emails, you're marketing for who?
Krista.
Yeah, high five. Not iCloud, not Shaw, not Gmail, not Yahoo. What's your email address, Krista?
My name. So Krista at KristaSuchar.com.
And who owns that? Yeah. So here's the thing, you guys. Krista owns that, and everything she does is underneath that. So calendar appointments, contacts, the CRM is attached to it. She updates a contact in a CRM. Everything's talking to each other. And if she ever leaves, I know you're not going to, but let's just say she was going to leave to a different city and maybe Remax wasn't there, and she was going to switch brokerages, it's no big deal for her, because all she has to do is change the brokerage address in her signature and on her website, and that's it. There's none of this, now what do I do? Because I'm giving everyone my brokerage email.
Yeah.
Right? She owns the data. It's hers. Her contacts all know it because they're using it. So if Krista goes somewhere else, they're still emailing the same email address.
They're never going to lose me.
That's another thing, because you're keeping in touch, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that was the other thing. My, like the whole CRM idea. I mean, I've been paying for CRM for my entire career and using it once a year.
Yeah.
And my labels for my Christmas calendars and my Christmas cards.
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Pathetic.
I'm just writing that down because this is a huge thing that you're not, other people do the same thing, but it's kind of an expensive thing to pay monthly just to print labels, right?
Yeah.
And once your systems are integrated and the CRM switch is flipped, it takes literally a minute to print labels, right? And so on the one that we recommend agents use, but on other ones, sometimes it's a separate database, and I believe yours was a separate database. So the database sat in the CRM, and then it was all fixed here that we did, and then these things weren't talking, right? And so if everything's talking, all this stuff is amazing. And I don't know, because it's been a while now, but in week 5 of our program, we request that you do an email blast. Did you ever do that?
Oh, I've done a couple. And that was the magic of the program. That's when the magic happened.
Yes. Week 1 to 4 is the technical side. So we get everything done. And then the 5th week, now that everything's set up in a CRM, you send an email to people you've properly categorized and labeled, and you send an email blast to them. So tell me what you did and what the results were.
Well, it was the first time, again, in 15 years that I had used a CRM. I was paying for it.
Yeah.
And got a fantastic MailChimp newsletter set up.
Yeah.
And blasted it out there. And I had like a super terrific open rate. Like people, I think, saw, this, and I had a really cute subject line.
Yes.
And good. Because it was the first time they were hearing from me.
Who's this?
A long time. Yeah. Who dis?
This person.
Everybody, like, I had a 51% open rate.
Oh, that's huge.
And I had people responding and thanking me and how are you and they're interested. They were really interested in my content and really happy.
Yeah. Happy to hear from you. Well, and you know what, you guys, here's the thing. If you haven't gone back, Krista, because in week 5, I've edited and given some other templates for people to use. We're all in this COVID situation, right? Everywhere. And so what a perfect opportunity to reach out, even if you've been neglectful. And in there's a template you can use to say, you want to Kristize everything and send it out to your people. And one of the things too, one of the differences of what Krista's talking about, MailChimp is a newsletter service. And so there's a difference between a CRM and a newsletter service, just so whoever's watching understands this, is that in a good CRM, what you can do is you can say, I'm going to have a label category for everybody that I want to get my MailChimp or whatever, MailChimp newsletter. And it's going to be called MailChimp newsletter, let's say. So throughout the month, you're adding people to the MailChimp newsletter category. And then if you use MailChimp as your newsletter provider, all you do is push a button and say, add these 4 new people to my list up in MailChimp. Okay, so you don't have to go, I got to remember to also add them here. Nope, you just add them to that label or category. And if you've forgotten that, Krista, there's a module on that too. Because it's really handy to do that, right? So everything is, again, it's all about integration and getting things set up properly so they're syncing. And so when you sent the MailChimp newsletter to your database, the beautiful thing about MailChimp is that it has what we call analytics, right? So she can go in and look at it and say 51% open rate, which is way higher than the average real estate send or open rate. You can look that up on MailChimp, say real estate open rate. I think the normal open rate, last time I checked for a real estate agent, 2 people, is something like 19 or 20%. So that's huge, right? Huge.
Yeah.
And then you can look at what they clicked on. So listen, people don't know this, you guys, right? So if you put a listing in there, let's say, or something else, what a perfect time to say, hey, Joe, you don't have to tell them, hey, I saw you clicked on that link 20 times, right? How you doing? I sent you my newsletter. How are you liking it? I'm sure it'll come up in conversation that, oh yeah, you know what? I was looking at that property or whatever, right?
Yeah. And what I do, Darcy, is I embed videos. At least 2 videos.
Nice.
And the click-through rate is pretty impressive on those videos. And I got a great story to share. So I had sold this sweet couple a condo about 5 years ago, and I've kept in touch with them. They're one of my favorites, and do my little pop-bys once in a while. Anyway, so I sent them the MailChimp, this last one, and I could see Bev had opened it like about 6 times. So and that's what I do is I go through, and I don't just, let's say I sent something in February. I'll go back and look at it every couple of weeks, and just because not everybody opens it up right away.
That's right. Yep.
And sure enough, I followed up with Bev, and I'm going to be listing that condo for her within the next couple of weeks, and she's going to be buying something.
Yeah.
Chimp.
Yeah. Right. Well, because you're keeping in touch with your clients.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. It is remarkable to me that real estate agents stay in the business for so long, and they're chasing new deals all the time rather than keeping in touch with their past clients. But just because they don't have the systems in place, because they're a gold mine.
A gold mine. Yeah.
So if you really, I'll give you guys an option at the end to book an appointment with me, a complimentary chat. But really it is about looking and see if we can even help you. But a lot of times it's just that you don't have the knowledge to set up things properly, get a CRM working. So we help agents with that, obviously. I want to know, what videos do you have in there that what are the types of videos that you're putting in your newsletter?
In my last one, we did a fundraiser. Our office did a fundraiser for our local food bank.
Yeah.
And I pulled the CFO or whoever, the gal that we presented the check to.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The head of the food bank.
Yeah.
Right after our meeting, and did a little video of me. It was the Remax cologne. It was, from the office, but it was me presenting her the check. Yeah. My video, and I embed that one, and that was huge. I might have included like a listing video, and it's always, I like to personalize all my videos with me. So, and just maybe a picture of my kids. Yeah. Just super personal, and a little bit of business, but especially in these times, I'm not being over salesy.
Yeah, agree.
With my communication.
Yeah. I always tell agents too that, if you look at most agents, what they do is they'll send a newsletter out. They don't customize it, and it's all about buying and selling real estate. So if I just bought, do I care about staging a home? No, right? So what you're doing is you're doing stuff for your community. Hello. Like, why wouldn't I click on that and go, oh, what's she up to now? Watch the video, and you're top of mind when I go to buy and sell, or my friends do, or my family does. It just makes sense, right? You're doing all the right things. That's phenomenal. Like, I love that. Because when people just do listings and send it out to everybody, not everybody cares.
Well, and that's what you get in your inbox, because I get a lot of newsletters from a lot of agents. Same. Listing. Stat. Boring.
Yeah, boring, right? And even if, what I was thinking, I just had this thought. Even if, because I was literally just looking at Terry's, the Kelowna Remax, they send out the monthly report. And I was saying to him, well, what should we do with it? And I was like, you know what? Reports are boring. So wouldn't it be better, maybe you have the report link below so they can look at it, but wouldn't it be better for Krista to kind of give a summary of what that actually means?
Yeah.
Right? To say, okay, the market things, this is boring down below. You can read it if you want, but this is really what it means for our region. And every region has it, right? Yeah, so why not do something more personal where people go, oh, maybe this does matter. Or it's everybody's buying and selling right now. I just said, you should watch this anyhow. You should know about the stats because the market's crazy here. COVID has changed everything. Right? And if you're even pondering buying or selling, reach out, obviously, but look at the stats. Like, this is what's happening in the market.
Yeah. And a lot of people, just aren't interested.
No, for sure.
In stats. They might.
I'm not.
I'm just not. But that's a great idea. Include the link. Done.
Yeah, because part of the thing about the link, because I know here's another thing, you guys, when you put something in and it's not a clickable link, you can't track who's clicking on it, right? So in MailChimp, I know in other newsletter services and in some CRMs, you actually can put the link in and then track who clicked on the link. Rather, you can't track who read it. You can only track if they opened it, if you don't have a link, right? But videos you can track, clickable links you can track. And so that's what you always want to do in a newsletter. So you know what people are interested in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
yeah,
you don't even know this little nugget, but yes. So I farm a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I've been using Morris Marketing.
Yes.
So, started doing my own newsletter years ago, but I've had Morris Marketing take it over for probably the last 7 or 8 years, and they have a direct mail program that.
And this is so people don't, if people don't know, they do physical mailers. Okay.
Yes. Yep. So they do unaddressed.
Yeah.
Which I've been doing. Yeah. And they are very effective. Don't tell anybody.
It's live. Maybe you should stop talking.
But now, because I've got an actual operating up-to-date database,
yes,
I just sent out my first addressed, like actual addressed mail piece.
Oh,
I've got a copy here. I'll show it to you the next time I see it.
Yeah. What a difference, though. Because instead of to whoever lives at this address or whatever, right, it's actually going to say my name or whatever, right?
Yeah, to Joe and Bonnie.
Yes.
Sanderson. And I got my first telephone call thanking me for it, and a couple of emails. Anyways, I'm an old school marketer. I still believe in paper because I've seen the effectiveness.
Yeah, I you know what? I totally agree. I think there's still lots of opportunity to farm a neighborhood. What I do find is sometimes agents are doing like cold calling and knocking on doors, and even in COVID and that kind of stuff is like, first, let's market to your database. Like if you haven't been keeping in touch with the clients for the last 5, 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30, 35 years, maybe we should do that first. Right? Yeah, because every time people do that week 5 and they send an email blast to their past clients that have not heard from them for, again, 5, 10, 20, whatever, many years, you get a response, right? Yeah. And maybe they're buying and selling, or their friends or family are, right? You're doing all the great things, Krista. I'm so glad and so happy that you're sharing your knowledge with everybody. Totally appreciate you coming out and doing this little interview series with us. Refer your pals. We'd love to talk to people. And do you have any? Oh, hold on. I have a last question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
What's your favorite? It's funny. It used to be, what's your favorite food? But someone just asked me recently, what's my favorite death row food? And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Okay. What's your favorite death row food?
Oh, God. I got a big list.
Do you? You only have one meal. One meal.
One meal. I'd have to say Dungeness crab and a juicy steak.
Surf and turf. Yeah. Surf and turf. That's awesome. That's one of my favorite too. Absolutely.
A little creme brulee.
That is also my favorite. Okay. When COVID's over, dinner. Surf and turf and creme brulee. Do you have any last words, or are you good?
The whole syncability component of your program is just a game changer for me, and in so many ways. So again, you're on the road or you're in a coffee shop, you meet Joe Blow, you get them right into your phone that minute.
Yeah.
You don't scribble it, because that was my problem, is I scribble it down on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
The paper would disappear, and so would Joe. Right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
And the lead. So yeah, this one time I was walking into the bay, and I had my Remax badge on, and this was post-COVID. So this was the security guard. Yeah. And he said, how's the market?
Typical, hey, yeah.
And so we started chatting, and he's got a condo, he's thinking about selling. In he goes onto my MacBook, into my next MailChimp mailing. I don't know.
Right. So now you're gonna keep in touch with him.
Yeah. So that was like the big game changer for me. But the other component, and I'll just give you one little story.
Yeah.
Hearing my stories.
For sure. I love stories.
So I was doing my Christmas deliveries this year.
Yeah.
And I had my list, and I'm, driving around Kelowna, and I drove past a house I recognized, and I just couldn't nail down that client name. Into my phone, and voila.
Yeah, search the address, and then the person's name
popped up. And I had one more item to deliver that I hadn't planned on because it was there. Anyways, I can't say enough about you, Darcy.
Thank you.
And your way of delivering just amazing, valuable information that is crucial.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah, it is crucial. And I think, I want to do these interview series so people understand that it is crucial, and it is doing a disservice to their business to not be set up properly. People want to pull their hair out, nothing's talking, you waste a ton of time. And then the component where you're probably losing clients because of it as well. Right.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. Yeah. So thank you very much. And again, we do have a program for agents. I'll put a little outro that'll give you a link to book a call so we can see if we can even help you. But thank you again, Krista. Totally appreciate it. Can't say enough. I hope when COVID is over, I tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just play the outro and we're good. Just once. Okay, well, that about wraps it up today. Thanks for tuning in. And if you think you're a good fit for agenttechmastery.com, here's what I want you to do. Go to www.agenttechmastery.com/apply. Book an appointment to speak with us. We'll get on the phone for about 30 minutes and we'll get clear on 3 things. What isn't working in your business that's causing you pain? Why you're missing out on lots of repeat and referral business, and how proper system setup can save you a whack of time and make you more money. Remember, scaling your business doesn't happen by itself. You need expert guidance to make it happen. We have helped thousands of clients across North America fix their systems so they can spend more time with family and friends while increasing their revenue and making the world a better place. I hope to see you at the chat. Bye. Okay, I'm ending the broadcast. Stay tuned. I can talk